I am joined by Taylor women's basketball head coach Jody Martinez to look ahead to the 2020-2021 season for he and the Trojans. Jody, you're about to start year 4 here at Taylor. Can you believe the time has gone by so fast?
No, just 4 years, 30 overall. It's just an amazing journey. Real blessed to be at Taylor and just take on the new adventure here.
Last year's season obviously cut short due to the COVID-19 pandemic. What's it been like to get the team back into the swing of things with practice getting ready for the start of the season this year?
Well, every year is a new journey with the team that you get, and some returners with the new people. Our theme is to enjoy every day we get as Tub. If it's practice, if it's a Bible study, if it's just a meal together. But, you never know with this COVID pandemic what happens tomorrow. And it's you got to have an attitude. There's nothing we can do about it. Just make the best of it. Do the protocols and guidelines and social distancing and wear the mask and all the little things. And, our ultimate goal is to be in school and hopefully compete. So every day's been it's been awesome coaching this group. It's fun. We're young, but at the same time, the energy's great.
Let's talk about that youth a little bit more. You obviously graduate all 5 starters from a year ago, all 5 seniors, and Abby and Becca, Jamie, Sydney, and Haley Stratman. What's it been like not seeing those 5 faces out there, faces that you had seen since your time here at Taylor started?
Rick, it's more about the relationship I had with those 5. I mean, that was 3 years together. I missed them on and off the court. It's, just they knew the system by the time they're seniors, and, that's a lot of the reason why we were 30-4. Great leadership. The emotional attachment you form with players as they go through your program. By the time they get to a senior year, it's kind of like your own kid. And you don't want to say goodbye. And then I know the fact, Sonia and I know the reality is when they graduate, we can do the best we can to stay in touch, but they got the game of life to play like I've been playing, and so we lose touch and gradually you don't see them until Alumni Day, which we can't have this year, which is unfortunate. But, it's just I got to keep my focus on the current team, and I got to develop these young kids and this team. And we only have 2 seniors on the roster this year, but man, they're fun to watch. And you talk about 5 seniors graduating, that's a lot of opportunity for players to step up, and right now people are doing it.
2 of the people that you're going to welcome back with open arms are 2 players that would have played a season ago, and one of your seniors in Kiara Nieto, and Lauren James will be a redshirt junior who will fulfill her 4 years of eligibility here, taking an extra year next year. It's had to be a lot of fun to have Lauren and Kiara back out there, right?
Yeah, it is. LJ and Key came in with me at the same time, so we're celebrating our 4-year anniversary coming up here. The thing they helped me with, what they're helping me with, the young team, is what Tub stands for: the culture, the family, the locker room, just the unity aspect of it all, and then what the expectation of work ethic and what I expect from them on the court. And they're great leaders, and they're both captains along with Madison Fisher, who transferred in their sophomore year. But it's fun to see them back on the court after that serious injuries they had a year ago, and we just want to celebrate when we're on the court. And we've already had 2 scrimmages, so to see them playing it's been a happy moment for all of us.
You talk about those 3 with their ability to see things. They've been through and done that in LJ and Kiara and Madison. You talked about the youth, so maybe it's more is you have some folks that have been here and they've played, but maybe not in these new roles with now all 5 starting spots open. How much has that made practice a little more competitive, knowing that there's more shots, there's minutes, there's everything's on the table now with those 5 seniors now graduated?
Right. Well, we have 8 underclassmen, and they're a very talented group. And the 4 sophomores were freshmen last year that really pushed our seniors and the upperclassmen juniors to be the best they could be. Now, those freshmen didn't play hardly at all. Maybe a couple played a few minutes here and there. But a lot of our success being 30-4 last year was because of our practice mentality of being competitive. And I think that's why people are overlooking us in the conference and nationwide right now when you look at rankings, is because they know I graduated 5 seniors. And they know I got 8 underclassmen. So I think it's one of those things where, it's hard to vote for something you haven't seen. And LJ and Key didn't play last year. And so you really only got 3 major players who played major minutes last year: Meredith Deckard, Kayla Curley, and Madison Fisher. And so you kind of rely on them setting the tone. But man, Rick, all you got to do, and you've been at a few of our practices, and you see the energy level. And right now, we're a better shooting team than we were last year, and that's hard to say because we were the number 1 team in the nation shooting percentage-wise from 3 at 41%. And I'm telling you, this team's better as of right now. Now, when we start playing the games, we'll see if the pressure of the game, we'll see if there's any lack of experience. But those 3 captains, man, they set the tone every day.
Let's talk about your 4 freshmen. Obviously, they're coming into a really fun situation in a team that's won 84 games in your 3 seasons here, coming off of back-to-back 30-win seasons. So they know that there's an expectation level now for Taylor women's basketball. Have they met that expectation level, and what's been their adjustment like?
That's a great question. At this stage, I'm very happy with their effort. As you know, if I have to give them a grade by class or evaluate them by the whole class, some of their struggles they're having right now is the system's overwhelming, a little bit complicated maybe. So the learning curve is not in their favor. I mean, they're forgetting plays, but so are the sophomores still. And then, I've been saying that for like a month. You guys keep forgetting the plays. And then we had our scrimmages lately, and it's my upperclassmen that screwed up the plays. And it's the same plays for 3 to 4 years. And so everyone's messing up a little bit mentally. And so, but when you look at the 4 freshmen, they're very talented, deep. Once again, practices are better because of it. This could be a year where I play 10 to 12 kids in a game.
Well, it's good to know that you still have some things to work out before your first game. Yeah. That you guys haven't, figured the whole Rubik's Cube yet, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I do think, and I told the team, I said, hey, your first grade won't be till Christmas break, because by Christmas break we will have played the 3 teams that are ranked ahead of us in our conference. And I know preseason rankings are just what it is, preseason, but we still have something to shoot for and have goals and expectations for evaluation. So, if when your peer coaches in the crossover leagues view my team as, in the middle of the pack, well, then we got to prove it right away by playing the top 3 teams that the conference voted as the best teams. And so I think this is a good challenge. Like I said earlier, I think that our 2 scrimmages went really well in terms of evaluation, but we have a lot of room for improvement.
Last thing, Jody, the big difference this year on the basketball landscape in the NAIA is now everybody's in 1 division, no more 2 divisions. How do you think that changes things for the Division II teams? And I don't think it's going to hurt you guys too much, since you guys have played some really top-level competition, both in the Crossroads League and also in your non-conference schedule in years past.
Yeah, Rick, going to 1 division, it's going to be interesting to see how the national raters view the Division II teams. In the current ranking, only 9 Division II teams got ranked in the top 25. The rest of them were all Division I. So I think it's going to be a lot of things. Division II teams are going to have to prove themselves respectfully by playing D1s. Now, a couple years ago, we played the number 1 ranked team in Division I in Shawnee State, and on a neutral court, and beat them. And that kind of stuff should be a thing that people should remember. But it's a different group. Things move on, et cetera, whatever. Like if you look at the Crossroads League, we were probably the 2nd toughest conference in NAI Division II, in my opinion, behind the GPAC. We only had 1 Crossroads League team ranked in the top 25. So all of us have our work cut out. We're not even in the top 40, which is great motivation. Once again, great motivation, but it's something that we can have expectations in terms of proving people wrong, which we've done for 3 years. So we'll just keep doing that.
New Year, same deal, right?
Yeah, I don't believe in rebuilding, because if I'd done my job with the bench, with the development, those players are ready to play. And I think we proved it already in our first 2 scrimmages, and playing 2 good teams with experience. I think that only helped our positive and the confident level for this young group. It's going. I mean, they're just fun to watch.
I can second that. I know my opinion means very little compared to yours, which is exactly right, but they are very fun to watch, whether it's in practice or non-practices. So I know there's a lot of buzz. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I enjoy when you're in practice, you and Patience over there by the cooler, and and see you guys get excited when Gretchen hits a three, or we hit 5 in a row, and or we play unbelievable defense. And you kind of symbolize what the fans' support has been through my 3 years here. It's just you guys buy into these girls, and these girls see that, Rick. They see that how you and Patience at practice, but they see how the community just loves them and just keeps supporting them, and it gives them extra adrenaline. And with this COVID thing with limited fans, and we're going to need all the fans we can get to celebrate these kind of victories in our lives.
Well, the good news is I think that means I haven't said anything too stupid in practice to get me kicked out, so I have something to work for, which is good. Jody, I know there's a lot of buzz around campus. I can't tell you how many people have come up to me and have expressed how excited they are to watch your team play. I know there's a lot of anticipation in your own locker room. Best of luck. Thanks for the time, and we'll talk to you about the midway point of the season, all right?
Thanks, Rick. Take care, buddy. Stay healthy.
Will do. That is Jody Martinez, the Taylor women's basketball head coach, joining me today to stay up to date with everything Taylor women's basketball. Just log on to TaylorTrojans.com.